What's up, guys? Welcome back to RC4wd. We're here with the RC4 drive 1/18 scale BlackRock, the little Gelande 2 1/18 scale crawler, and it's mod time. So had a little time to play with this thing. We did some details on the body after we got it, and I like the truck because it's just like the 1/10 scale stuff. It's just smaller versions of it. It's all metal, goes together the same. The whole engineering theory that it's built with is the same as the big stuff. So we've got some mods today. So first up, we've got a set of Mickey Thompson Baja Claw TTC 1-inch micro tires. Those are the same tires I have on my 10th scale on Old Red. Then, you can hear the rattle, we've got the RC4 Drive Stalker 1-inch beadlock wheels. And these are the old school centerline looking, built machine looking wheels. I think that's going to be cool. Good look for this kind of period correct maybe. And lastly, put those on camera I guess, we've got the Tough Armor steel sliders, and man, these things are heavy metal. So we're going to put a lot of weight down low, a little bit bigger tire, not a whole lot. I picked these because they're just, I'd say maybe a 1/4 inch taller than the ones that come on it, and with the extra weight of the wheels and stuff, I think it's going to be a good combo to bring performance up a little bit. It is still not a rock crawler, it's more of a trail truck, but you know, we'll take it rock crawling anyway. So I'm going to do some time lapse and get started because it's hot and I need to have the air conditioning on, and you can't hear me over the air conditioning, so sorry about that. But alright guys, so I made a couple mistakes. So the first thing I didn't realize, this being the newest iteration of this chassis, I thought it was a different battery mount. It's the same thing that's on it, basically. It's a low center of gravity. That's what's on the Black Hawk. And that leads me to my second mistake. These sliders are they're a little wide. I just mocked it up here on the body. These are for the, where'd it go? These are for the BlackRock. Where is that thing? Mini Gelande 2 with Black Jack body. So this is the Black Hawk. So the Black Jack is the Jeep, and I'm guessing it's a little bit wider. So honestly, those are my favorite mods. So we're gonna keep those. We're gonna do some tweaking on it. It sucks I couldn't use the center of gravity tray, but it wasn't expensive. It's just a piece of plastic. But these need, honestly, to have about a 1/4 inch shaved off of them. And that'll pull the main bar right at the rocker, and then that should tuck us in right at the tire, except for the little hump on the back side. And I like these. I want to keep them because of the weight. I said these are super, super heavy, and that really changes the whole dynamic of the chassis, having that weight down low. The tires and wheels I'm loving. They're just a hair bigger than what was on here. They're about a 1/4 inch taller. So, and the weight of the wheel itself is fantastic. Plus they look killer on there. I think that look brings out the chrome details that we left on the body. And yeah, I'm digging that. So let's look at how we're going to remedy this. We're going to have a Bob Ross day, just happy accidents. We're going to make this work. So these tie into the upper 4-link mounts on all 4 bolting points. Those went in from the outside and had a nut on the inside. So I didn't even look at the instructions online. It does say on the packaging to go to RC4wd.com and look at the instructions. But I just took the same bolt out and put it in from the inside, which is you can easily reach it without having to take the chassis rails apart or anything. And yeah, there's plenty of it sticking out to screw these things down. So I'm going to pull one off and we'll see. I need to check and see how much thread it has in there before we start cutting them down. Because like I said, I need at least, I think, a 1/4 inch off of there would really tidy up the look a lot. So let me yank one off and we'll run some bolts in it and see how far. Alright guys, so that got out of hand real quick. So you can see here I cut off, I can grab one of these little hot chunks, about a 1/4 inch. Yeah, about a 1/4 inch. Oh, and it's gone. And I had some issues. So they had more thread in them. They were drilled deeper, except for one had a blockage, and I broke a screw in it, and that led to a huge ordeal, and I had to drill them larger and try to tap it, and broke a tap. Luckily, I got the tap out. It broke above. So I've been looking for a tap for RC hardware for a while, and I found one on Amazon, and it stinks. So won't be recommending that. So if anybody knows of any good RC sized M1.5 to M3 tap and die sets, post them below. But we've got it on. I had to use some longer bolts over here on this side and a lot of thread lock, but we're there. This side worked flawlessly. I cut them and I ran some long bolts in and out, cleaned out the threads. Everything worked out great, so that just bolted right on. But we took about a 1/4 inch out. Now the rod is pretty well much on the inside of the center line on the new tires. And when we set our body up there, it is right on the money. So we just have the slider part sticking out. Looks fantastic. So I'm pretty excited about that. Sucks it wasn't a direct bolt on. I got confused with the names. I had a list of all the 1/18 scale stuff, and I just yeah that's what this is. Like Hawk, not Black Rock. Is that what it was? I don't even remember already. And that battery tray, who knew? I thought more weight down low the better. But these sliders add a ton of weight. And that was part of the problem. My tap wasn't working well because, I mean, these are steel sliders. They have, it's different. That's why I broke the screw off in them, because these screws are not hardened or they're aluminum or something. But I had a little bit of it sticking out. I rounded it off trying to get it out. So I went ahead and just cut it off, and luckily the screw was in the part that I cut off, and it came out. But that one had that blockage, just that one end right here. It had some aluminum in there that didn't get drilled out good, and yeah, just caused me all that headache. But we're here, so I'm excited to get this thing and test it now. So let me get the battery charged up and get the body back on, and we'll go outside and see if we can utilize these new tires a little bit. Alright guys, I think the tires and wheels made the most difference. Just being just a hair bigger, and they tuck it in, they tuck the tires in. They still stick out a little bit in the front, just a hair more than the back, but it fits a lot more scale-like now. And I think the style fits with the truck pretty well. They look good on there. And the extra weight down low, it was like a totally different truck crawling. I didn't charge the battery enough, so I'd cut short driving, but I dig this stuff. I'll have a link below. I'll list the part numbers in the description. If you've got this Black Hawk, just remember those sliders aren't going to work, and it's going to be a little bit of work. I mean, they'll work. They'll bolt right on, but they'll stick out a little bit further, and I just didn't like the way it looked. And that low center of gravity battery tray is what this one comes with already. I'm not sure if the other ones, the D90 and things like that, the Jeep, they're older versions, they may not have that. They may have switched to it by now. I'm not 100% sure. But yeah, not necessary on that. But the tires and wheels, these are the breaker wheels, beadlocks, stalkers, sorry. I think they're called breakers, or they've got a breaker in the larger size that's kind of a retro look like that too. But tires and wheels made it. These tires aren't really much softer than the other ones, but they're just a little bit bigger. And they tuck in a little bit more with those wheels. And I dig it. Now we got a nice set of takeoffs we can use on another small scale vehicle, if we've got one. But I dig it, guys. I appreciate y'all watching. And like you said, there'll be a link below. I'll list the part numbers. And yeah, if you're interested in them, check them out. But until next time, keep it scale. Get out there and have some fun with the hobby. I'll see you on the next video.